We feel very lucky to finally be back in person, and it's so great to be able to offer a virtual version too. Whatever you had to do to be able to show up here tonight, because we know lots of you had to move mountains to be here, we sincerely appreciate it. I would like to welcome and hand you over to Whitney Vowles.
So before we begin this event, we would like to acknowledge that the land in which we are gathered on today is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe Nation, specifically the Chippewa Tri-Council, comprised of the Chippewas of Beausoleil, Rama and Georgina Island First Nations, and more recently, the Mississaugas of the Credit River First Nation. Ontario is covered by 46 treaties and other agreements and is home to many Indigenous nations from across Turtle Island, including the Inuit and the Métis. These treaties and other agreements, including the One Dish with One Spoon, Wampum Belt Covenant, and agreements to peaceably share and care for the land and its resources. Other Indigenous nations, Europeans, and newcomers were invited into this covenant in the spirit of respect, peace, and friendship. Most of us have come here as settlers, immigrants, or newcomers in this generation or generations past. We are all treaty people. Every day we are mindful of broken covenants and we strive to make this right. We commit to collaborating based on the foundational assumption that Indigenous peoples have the power, strength, and competency to develop culturally specific strategies for their communities. We are dedicated to honoring Indigenous self-determination, history, and culture, and are committed to moving forward in the spirit of reconciliation and respect with all First Nation, Métis, and Inuit people. Now I would like to welcome Mayor Clark.
Thank you, Whitney, and thank you, Louise. What a beautiful night for a wonderful event. And you know, as mayor, I'm fortunate enough to attend many meaningful events throughout the year, and even during COVID. But I do believe there is no other event more meaningful than this one. When people grab the flowers and dig those holes, they are planting those plants, planting those flowers with serious meaning. And it's just it's wonderful to see, and I'm glad to be back a part of this special event. And for those who have attended this before, I've said this before, I'm a little embarrassed that in 2010 I had a brother who got quite sick in another jurisdiction, and I hadn't even heard of hospice. And he ended up in hospice, and what a wonderful, wonderful service it turned out to be. It's exactly where he needed to be in the last days of his life. And so to those who established Hospice Aurelia, to those who established Mariposa House Hospice, and to those who keep it going operationally on the staff and the boards, thank you for this. And I would encourage all those here and others that can to support hospice as in any way that you can, whether that's financially or other, because it is a meaningful service that we need in the community. Thank you, merci, miigwech.
Thank you, Paul. That was lovely. I'm Deborah Duncan Randall. I'm the Vice President of the Board for this event and for palliative care in our region. And I'd like to welcome you here tonight. And before I read my reading called The Mountain, I'd just like to remind people, because I'm always looking up the language of flowers, but pink petunias in particular mean gentleness, femininity, motherly love, and compassion. So appropriate for our time here today. So I'm going to do a reading called The Mountain, and it's by Laura Ding Edwards. If the mountain seems too big today, climb a hill instead. If the morning brings you sadness, it's okay to stay in bed. If the day ahead seems heavy and your plans feel like a curse, there is no shame in rearranging. Don't make yourself feel worse. If a shower stings like needles and a bath feels like you will drown, if you haven't washed your hair for days, don't throw away your crown. A day is not a lifetime. A rest is not defeat. Don't think of it as failure, just a quiet, kind retreat. It's okay to take a moment from an anxious, fractured mind. The world will not stop turning while you get realigned. The mountain will still be there when you want to try again. You can climb it on your own time. Just love yourself till then. Thank you.
I wanted to share some words that were written by someone who I admired, who died last year. I shared this recently at a Mariposa House memorial service, so if anyone was there, you would have heard it before. But it's really meaningful to me, so I wanted to share it tonight at this gathering. So as I read these words, I invite you to imagine them coming from the loved one that you're missing tonight. Friends, it's been a wonderful life. I leave with some sadness, of course. I wish I could have stayed with you much longer. I had so many memories to make, so much I still wanted to do, say, and experience. But I leave this earthly world with no regrets. I have told the ones I love how much I love them. I have opened my heart to life and had others open their hearts back to me in turn. My life experience has been rich and beauty-filled. Cry for a time, however long that may be. Feel the grief you feel, as I allowed myself to do. Lean into the pain of goodbye, but eventually lift your face towards the sun and allow joyful memories to be the lingering thought. Both and. I hope I brought you joy. I hope I enriched your life experience. I hope I inspired you to reach for strength and love, even on the hardest, most painful days. Every day is a gift. May yours be full of beauty and wonder. We had a kind of love, I thought that it would never end. Oh, my lover, oh, my other, oh, my friend. We talked around in circles and we talked around, and then I loved you to the moon and back again. You gave everything this golden glow. Now turn off all the stars, 'cause this I know, that it hurts like so to let somebody go. Oh, it hurts like so to let somebody go.
All the storms we weathered, everything that we went through. Now without you, what on earth am I to do? When I called the mathematicians and I asked them to explain, they said love is only equal to the pain. And when everything was going wrong,
could turn my sorrow into song, but it hurts like so to let somebody go. And it hurts like so to let somebody go. Oh, when you love somebody, when you love somebody, you've got to let somebody know. Oh, when you love somebody, when you love somebody, you've got to let somebody know. So, when you love somebody, when you love somebody, then it hurts like so to let somebody go. Let somebody go. Hurts like so to let somebody go. You're still with me now, I know. When you love somebody, you're still with me now, I know.
Good evening, I'm Dave Carson. My day job is at Carson Funeral Home, owner and operator. My part-time passion is Mariposa House Hospice, where I serve as board chair. It's my privilege to have been a small part to bring Mariposa House Hospice to fruition. And so tonight I'll read a little poem called Feel No Guilt and Laughter. This is a poem that I used when my dad passed in 2014. As we go through so many emotions when we lose someone that we care about and love, guilt's just one of them, and you can't really fall into the guilt trap. At some point you do still have to move forward, remember them and smile, and remember all the good times. Feel no guilt and laughter, he'd know how much you care. Feel no sorrow in a smile that he is not here to share. You cannot grieve forever, he would not want you to. He'd hope that you could carry on the way you always do. So talk about the good times and the way you showed you cared, the days you spent together, all the happiness you shared. Let memories surround you, a word someone may say will suddenly recapture a time, an hour, a day that brings him back so clearly as though he were still here, and fills you with the feeling that he is always near. For if you keep those moments, you will never be apart, and he will live forever, locked safely in your heart. Thank you.
It seems we've all begun to notice we're all standing in a line, just a step before the precipice, waiting for the first to dive. We don't need to find a leader. We don't need a Joan of Arc. Tonight, we speak from the heart. We've been searching all directions for answers we will never have, fighting left and right reflections, searching for the flag to grab. We don't need to watch each other. We don't need a Joan of Arc. Tonight, we live by the heart. Let it ring out loud.
So I'm Teresa Morrison. I'm with Bridget's Buddies Pregnancy and Infant Loss Foundation. It was co-founded along with my husband, Matthew, in memory of our daughter, Bridget. I don't know what to do with this microphone. Okay. So I'll be reading Born Still by Trisha Richards. Perfect, and yet the beating of your heart was silent. The breath of life from rosebud lips not felt. Your silken lashes did not flutter. Unopened eyes never held our gaze. The grasp of your small fingers still and without strength. Your arms will never reach for us. Feet never carry you to our embrace. And we will never hear the music of your voice or know the sweet fragrance of your skin. When did the tide of death steal you away? If we could breathe our own life's breath, bequeath you minutes, days, years, we would. But we are not the author or deliverer of life. We cannot solve the mystery of spirit and of soul, or remove the shroud of death that holds you still. Sweet child whose life will only ever live within our dreams. We speak your name upon the wind, and it is carried far away. But you remain imprinted on our hearts forever. Thank you.
Sometimes it feels like we can't rise again, when all we need is comfort from a good friend. Sometimes it seems there is no space for us, and then we can't remember what we're made of. And as we grow, we see the calm and turbulence. We realize some things are better from a distance. Sometimes it's hard to understand the meaning and rise above the weight of what you're feeling. I wanna feel good. I wanna feel perfect in every way. I wanna look in the mirror and say, I am still worth it. I am still worth it. I wanna feel strong. Learn to forgive all I've done wrong. Know there's a place I still belong. 'Cause I am so worth it. I am so worth it. Sometimes we're left with only pieces of a broken road, and then it feels like we're lost and only growing old. We take precautions and prepare for what we can. It's hard to move when we don't know the plan. And even if we find peace for a moment, the winds can change and we will wonder where it all went. We all adjust and readjust to how it's moving. Life isn't always the adventure of our choosing. I wanna feel good. I wanna feel perfect in every way. I wanna look in the mirror and say, I am still worth it. I am still worth it. I wanna feel strong. Learn to forgive all I've done wrong. Know there's a place I still belong. 'Cause I am so worth it. I am so worth it. I wanna laugh, but there's no way I can stop. Like all the pain I felt inside is gone. I wanna sing like a voice in there. I wanna dance like gold. I wanna feel good. I wanna feel perfect in every way. I wanna look in the mirror and say, I am still worth it. I am still worth it. I wanna feel strong. Learn to forgive all I've done wrong. Know there's a place I still belong. 'Cause I am so worth it. I am so worth it. I wanna laugh like there's no.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Linda Patton-Cowie, and I'm the minister at St. Mark's Presbyterian Church here in Aurelia. And it is my pleasure and honor to work with Hospice Aurelia and be part of this ceremony for so many years. I am very grateful for the weather that we have tonight, Louise. I want to share with you a blessing for when you mourn what could have been. And I got this from a book that we used in my congregation this year, called Good Enough. And I would encourage you, if you get a chance to look at that book, to do so, to remind yourself that life doesn't have to be what we think of as perfect to be good enough. So here is this blessing written by Kate Bowler and Jessica Ritchie. Blessed are you, friend, sitting among the shards of what could have been. It is broken now, that dream you loved, and it is spilled out all over the ground. Blessed are you, dear one, letting your eyes look around and remember all the hope your dream once contained, all the love, all the beauty. Blessed are you, telling your tears they can flow, telling your anger it can speak. Blessed are you when mourning is the holy work of the moment, for it speaks of what is real. Blessed are you letting this loss speak all its terrible truth to your soul. Blessed are we who mourn, saying, let us remain in grief's cold winter for as long as it takes, that mourning might be to our hearts the gentlest springtime. Let the thaw come slowly, so we can bear the pain of it and find comfort at each release.
In our hearts, we thought of you today, but that is nothing new. We thought about you yesterday and the days before that too. We think of you in silence. We often speak your name. Now all we have are memories and your picture in a frame. Your memory is our keepsake with which we'll never part. God has you in his keeping. We have you in our heart.
Thank you and good evening. Tonight I'm going to read a poem titled Miss Me But Let Me Go by Christina Rossetti. When I come to the end of the road and the sun has set for me, I want no rights in a gloom-filled room. Why cry for a soul set free? Miss me a little, but not too long, and not with your head bowed low. Remember the love we once shared. Miss me, but let me go. For this is a journey we all must take, and each must go alone. It's all part of the Master's plan, a step on the road to home. When you're lonely and sick of heart, go to the friends we know, and bury your sorrow in doing good deeds. Miss me, but let me go.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation. There's a very special garden where the trees of memory grow. Nature nurtured by the kindness and the concern that good friends show. The roots are cherished, memories of good times in the past. The branches, tender promises that souls endure and last. It's a place of peace and beauty where bright new hopes can start. It's memories, lovely garden that soothes the hurting heart.
I want to welcome all of you here. I'm going to do a reading. It's written by Margaret Mead, and it's entitled, Remember Me. To the living, I am gone. To the sorrowful, I will never return. To the angry, I was cheated. But to the happy, I am at peace. And to the faithful, I have never left. I cannot speak, but I can listen. I cannot be seen, but I can be heard. So as you stand upon a shore, gazing at a beautiful sea, as you look upon a flower and admire its simplicity, remember me. Remember me in your heart, your thoughts, and your memories of the times we loved, the times we cried, the times we fought, the times we laughed. For you always think of me, I will never have gone. Thank you.
Water, heal my body. Water, heal my soul. When I go down, down to the water, by the water I feel whole. Water, heal my body. Water, heal my soul. When I go down, down to the water, by the water I feel whole. The river is a healer. The river is a sage. The river knows no end, and the river feels no age. The river is a leader every single day. It's living in the moment, and it always finds a way. Water, heal my body. Water, heal my soul. When I go down, down to the water, by the water I feel whole. The river calls me over. It's calling out my name. In the day and in the night, I hear that river all the same. It's calling me over, calling out my pain. Oh, a river gathers tears just like a river gathers rain. Water, heal my body. Water, heal my soul. When I go down, down to the water, by the water I feel whole. The river is a traveler, always on the go. A river never worries if it's fast or if it's slow. River, take me to where I need to go, and I will just relax and let the river flow. Water, heal my body. Water, heal my soul. When I go down, down to the water, by the water I feel whole. Water, heal my body. Water, heal my soul. When I go down, down to the water, by the water I feel whole. Water, heal my body. Water, heal my soul. When I go down, down to the water, by the water I feel whole.
Hi, I'm Tanya from OMA, the Yearly Museum of Art and History. Thank you for inviting me here tonight. I have a poem by Emily Dickinson. If anybody's friend be dead, it's sharpest of the theme. The thinking how they walked alive at such and such a time. Their costume of a Sunday, some manner of their hair, a prank nobody knew but them, lost in the sepulchre. How warm they were on such a day, you almost feel the date. So short way off it seems, and now they're centuries from that. How pleased they were at what you said. You try to touch the smile and dip your fingers in the frost. When was it, can you tell? You asked the company to tea, acquaintance, just a few, and chatted close to this grand thing that don't remember you. Past bows and invitations, past interview and vow, past what ourself can estimate, that makes the quick of woe. Thank you.
My name is John Mayo, and I'm very honored to be included in tonight's ceremony. I feel very proud I was able to join the board. I was asked to join the board of Mariposa House Hospice last year, and thank you for including me here tonight. I have a poem to read. It's called Remember Me. Actually, the second Remember Me poem, but this is a bit different. It's by Anthony Dawson. Speak of me as you have always done. Remember the good times, laughter and fun. Share the happy memories we've made. Do not let them wither or fade. I'll be with you in the summer's sun, and when the winter's chill has come. I'll be the voice that whispers in the breeze. I'm peaceful now, put your mind at ease. I've rested my eyes and gone to sleep, but memories we've shared are yours to keep. Sometimes our final days may be a test, but remember me when I was at my best. Although things may not be the same, don't be afraid to use my name. Let your sorrow last for just a while. Comfort each other and try to smile. I've lived a life filled with joy and fun. Live on now. Make me proud of what you'll become.
This reading is for those grieving the loss of a beloved pet. I walked with you. I stood by your bed last night. I came to have a peep. I could see that you were crying. You found it hard to sleep. I whined to you softly as you brushed away a tear. It's me, I haven't left you. I'm well, I'm fine, I'm here. I was close to you at breakfast. I watched you pour the tea. You were thinking of the many times your hands reached down to me. I was with you at the shops today. Your arms were getting sore. I longed to take your parcels. I wish I could do more. I was with you at my grave today. You tend it with such care. I want to reassure you that I'm not lying there. I walked with you towards the house as you fumbled for your key. I gently put my paw on you. I smiled and said, it's me. You looked so very tired and sank into a chair. I tried so hard to let you know that I was standing there. It's possible for me to be so near you every day, to say to you with certainty I never went away. You sat there very quietly, then smiled. I think you knew in the stillness of that evening I was very close to you. The day is over, and I smile and watch you yawning, and say good night. Bless you, I'll see you in the morning. And when the time is right for you to cross the brief divide, I'll rush across to greet you, and we'll stand side by side. I have so many things to show you, there's so much for you to see. Be patient, live your journey out, then come home to be with me.
Please let me begin by offering my thanks to everyone who showed up, participated, and shared their talents and time with us this evening. Our small but mighty Hospice Aurelia team, that is Bridget, Megan, Stephanie, Amanda, Daniela, with support from Hema and leadership from Whitney, and of course moral support always from Trooper here, are more than happy to be sidekicks to our fierce and dedicated volunteers. In some of the more trying times over the last 2+ years, they have demonstrated their unwavering commitment to supporting others who are living with life-limiting illnesses and grieving the loss of a loved one. We could not do it without you. We acknowledge how difficult this time has been for everyone, and so to try to navigate grief and all that it encompasses, with all the losses, lockdowns, processes, rules, and isolation, we get it, it's been hard. We hope this evening has offered you some comfort and a chance to pause and reflect that brighter days, although they look different without your loved one, still lay ahead. I think you will agree that this beautiful sense of community, of everyone from all over this lovely city of Aurelia, pulling together has been sorely missed. On behalf of the whole team, thank you again, stay well, and good night.
If you listen in a quiet room, you can hear it calling out to you. It will try to steer you away from harm with a solid voice and a strong arm. But it can't make you, and it won't save you, and it gets bothered in the times when it can't protect you. Some will hurt it, some will try to destroy it, and some will mend it. Some will dare you to embrace it. Tired and shaking, there is no breaking your spirit. It may have failed you, but it's the only thing that keeps you alive. And something, it's the only thing you take when you die. lost in the crowd, but it can't stand when you're uncertain, and it gets tired. And the times when your heart is hurting, it feels small, but it is still not afraid. It will try to be heard again and again each day. Tired and shaking, there is no breaking your spirit. Tired and shaking, there is no breaking your spirit. So stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Are you gonna take this lying down? Stand up. You can hear it calling out. Stand up. Are you gonna take this lying down? Stand up. You can hear it calling out. Stand up. Are you gonna take this lying down? Stand up. Stand up. Are you gonna take this lying down? Stand up. Stand up. Are you gonna take this lying down? Stand up. Can you hear it calling out? Stand up. Are you gonna take this lying down? Stand up. If you listen in a quiet room, you can hear it calling out to you.